Hey y'all, welcome back. So I want to continue on the marketing and the learning on marketing that I've been doing. Let me start again. Hey y'all, welcome back. I would love to continue. Yeah. Hey y'all, welcome back. Today I would like to continue on this topic of marketing. So as I shared in my very first video, marketing is an area that I suck at. So I'm trying hard to learn as much as I can. And luckily for me, I'm being exposed to some of the gurus and the masters of marketing. So you've already heard some tips that I shared from Grant Cardone about marketing. And I encountered a gentleman named Russell Brunson through Grant Cardone in like the 10x growth con, growth con, I should say, right? So recently I had the opportunity to, this very weekend, in fact, I had the opportunity to listen to a webinar by Russell on funnel secrets. And specifically, he called it funnel hacking secrets. And this is Russell Brunson for those who might be thinking like Russell who. So without further ado, here are the secrets. Secret one, funnel hacking is about how to ethically steal over 1 million of funnel hacks from your competitors for under $100. And here Russell speaks quite eloquently about the notion of copying, intelligent copying, I would say, of what competitors are doing to sell their products. So if you have a service or product area, so in my case, for example, I'm very interested in selling tax strategies and tax tips. I the advice from Russell would be, well, figure out like who's doing that particularly well, who is currently marketing and using marketing and promotions to sell these strategies and tips. And once I learn who's doing that, go and find out where are they marketing their service, because the idea is that they'll be using funnels, which the idea around funnels is it's a marketing term of starting off with like a broad universal group of people who could possibly be interested in your product or service, and then narrowing it down to those who are not only interested but willing to buy your product or services. So hacking, um, the secret one about funnel hacking is the idea as well. Someone else who's successfully selling that product or service has already figured out who these buyers are. So if you're able to figure out how they did it and intelligently copy what they did, you should be able to reach the audience that would also buy your goods or services. Okay, secret number two, funnel cloning. So here he talks about how to how to clone competitors' proven funnels and click funnels in less than 10 minutes. And here's what the webinar really is about. It's selling a service that I must admit sounds pretty amazing for $997 that would allow the people who buy it to easily make a funnel and easily use that funnel to sell their goods or services. So I walked away from the webinar. The webinar was about 95 minutes, an hour and 35 minutes. I walked away pretty convinced this is something worth doing. And one of the things I've been telling myself is I'm so willing to spend money so quickly on these things because I'm hungry. I want to learn. I want to do more. I know I have all these ideas and all this information and all this expertise that I want to share, and I want to help folks. And I also want to get to the stage where I am not always just spending, I'm also making money. And so I left this webinar thinking, should I spend this $1,000 or $997 as its price, or should I spend time using some of the information from the other things that I've been buying to help me build into generational wealth and understand how to do business in a 10x way first, and then once the money comes in, buy it. So that's why I feel a bit stuck in my decision making. So maybe this is the change your mind moment that Grant Cardone spoke about. And I made a video earlier speaking about that, where if you're trying to be a millionaire, you should change your mind. Well, I've been blessed with opportunities and assets and income that made a million, but now I want to make much more. But the question is, do I invest in this $997 program? So for those who have a point of view, would love if you get in the comments and let me know, like, should I buy ClickFunnels, as it's called, for $997, or should I focus on using the other things that I've bought, like the Grant Cardone Real Estate Club, which is a $25,000 purchase, to do real estate deals? And in another video, I'll tell you about some of the real estate deals that I'm pursuing, or even the Texas Real Estate Investor Association, which I've paid $20,000 for to join their network. And there's an opportunity to make a speech in August that could potentially be a place where I start making some money from some of these things that I've been buying. There's also 10x stages, which is part of the 10x boot camp that I recently purchased from Grant Cardone as well. And so anyway, I'm trying to say, like, that decision seemed like an easy one, but I'm telling myself, there's a part of me that's saying, like, well, you've spent so much money already. Why don't you focus on using the things that you've already bought to start making money? And then if it's really, I do think the ClickFunnels is actually super useful. So once you've made some money, then buy it. But tell me what you think. We'd love to know what you think. Okay. And then, the idea of less than 10 minutes. So Russell demonstrated this, and I'd seen the video before, but it was good to see it again. He actually demonstrated using Grant Cardone how to use ClickFunnels, and they were able to, in a 10-minute video at least, show that Grant Cardone created this funnel. And the whole idea behind ClickFunnels and funnels also is that you basically have your basic product. So let's say in my case, a book, or let's say a book on reducing your taxes through strategies and the tips that I share. And then you have an upsell and a downsell. So if someone is interested in buying your book, then if you have other products and services, then you say, hey, would you also buy this? Because when folks have bought, they're open, and some percentage, maybe 20% or so, will be willing to buy additional products or services. Or if they say no, then you downsell them. So upsell would be for something of higher value. And if they say no to that, then you downsell them. You offer them something of lower value, and they may still be willing to buy. So that's the whole idea behind that 10 minutes ClickFunnels and being able to do that. Okay. And then secret 3, Russell spoke about his number 1 traffic hack. And that is how to get the exact same customers who are currently going to your competitors' funnels to start coming to your funnels instead. And here he gave a very clear and excellent example of using some of the tools that are out there, like Facebook, to figure out who are your competitors, what ads are your competitors running, using tools and websites like AdBeat singular. I tried AdBeats, and it turns out that's like some other site with music, so don't do that. Just beat.com. So you can see all the ads that are running and how long they've been running for. But I think you need a premium subscription for that. But they do have a free subscription that will allow you to begin to test the value of their service for yourself. And then he says, model the ads of successful competitors. He talks about going to $20 banner ads.com. So I haven't used this yet, y'all. So I'm just sharing with you like what I learned, and I do intend to use this, as I was asking for your opinion as to whether I do this now or once I start making money on some of the stuff that I've been learning. Okay, so $20 banner ads.com, and then model the ad or ads. And so like, for example, like what is the message, how does it look, how does it feel, and then show the ad modeling, and then have $20 banner ads.com create similar ads for you, and then you go to where your competitors have been posting their ads and buy ads on that same website. So for example, the example he gave was livestrong.com, and he talked about clicking on advertising, and then you contact them and find out how much it will cost to do ads on their site. And it says you find the site the competitors buy ads on, email them and ask them to buy the ads. So you create similar ads, run them on the same site competitors are running their ads on. So success should follow. So I know that was hella repetitive, or a repetition of what I said before, but I've also heard a lot in tech, especially when I was at Google, that repetition doesn't spoil the prayer. So hopefully that is helpful. And the one thing I also took away is that you could also use ClickFunnels to sell physical products. And I wonder, because I've been hearing a lot about drop shipping, don't know too much about that, but I wonder if that's something that ClickFunnels could work for. And then I started just thinking like, well, what are my funnels? And I realized, ooh, taxes, renting out luxury suites in Cape Town. So have one unit Winnie and I bought, and then we're in the process of buying 2 more units. And then there's a deal that I'm looking for financing for with my partners to buy 9 units. So when those 2 deals close, just in Cape Town alone, we'll have 11, 12 units. So thinking like, I wonder if ClickFunnels could be a way to put those luxury rental units on the radar for folks who travel from places like the US, the UK, and Germany. And in 2022, there's some data that shows that over 100,000 people went from these 3 countries to vacation in Cape Town specifically. And for those of you who know Cape Town, man, what a beautiful city. I think it's the most beautiful city in the world, y'all. So just wondering, like, could ClickFunnels help me to rent out these 12 units once we close out on the next 2 deals? And then thought about executive coaching. So I've had a lot of experience doing this in my work over the past 20 plus years. And then I also shared in my intro video to the channel that I have stories to tell about health and beer belly loss. I think that's something that would be helpful to a lot of folks. So thinking about how to put together a funnel to sell products around that, information products around that. And then capital raising. So really huge goals for real estate, especially real estate in Africa, real estate in the US, real estate in the rest of the world. So I'll get more into that when the time comes, but looking at buying and or building a rental property empire really of like 1.25 million units for multifamily real estate, or of multifamily real estate. So wonder how ClickFunnels could help with the capital raising for that. And then thought another funnel could be self-mastery. So I've taught this as a subject, but I've also experienced this in my life. So want to share how folks can do that, and thinking through like what the ClickFunnel for that could be, and like what the product line could be. What would be the main offering, the free offering, the upsell, the downsell. Then also thought about doing a funnel for doing business in Africa. So for those folks who are trying to get into the continent and do business effectively in the continent, Is there an opportunity to sell a product, whether it's coaching or training or guide, or doing that? Another product that ClickFunnels may work for is leading high performing teams. So how do we do that? How do we build these teams, and helping folks to figure out, in a scientific way, but also in an artful way, how to build and lead high performing teams. So been working in this space for well over 2 decades, and lots of good stuff exists to help diagnose what's going on and determine like where the team is. And then the art comes in understanding how to apply some of the theory with the practical aspect of how do you actually build a team that does amazing things. And we know that, especially in the professional world, nothing gets done that's worth doing without doing it through teams. So building highly effective teams or leading high performing teams is a subject area that I think there will be some interest in. Obviously, lots of offerings already, but I think could bring something unique to this. And then another funnel could be leading highly effective organizations. That's my job now, and that's my job advising folks on how to do that. And I've been advising folks on how to do that for over 6.5 years now. So lots of practical and actionable information, ideas, processes, tactics. And given the 2 companies that I've had the pleasure and still having the pleasure of helping teams and orgs within these companies do, I think there's a lot to say about this. And those companies are Google and Meta, or Facebook, of course. Next one, buying luxury real estate in Cape Town. So this is something that we're now about to do for the second and third time, and we've learned a lot in the process. So I think there's some lessons to be shared, and perhaps there's some service or offering that could also help others to get into this space. And then the idea occurred to me that, well, given this desire to build an empire of 1.25 million units, multifamily units in Africa, India, in America or the Americas, and also Europe and Asia, then this type of product could be expanded as we grow. So as we build out this portfolio, then it could be a series that looks at, okay, well, how do you buy luxury real estate in Cape Town, and then how do you buy and build luxury real estate in the rest of Africa? How do you buy and build luxury real estate in Asia, in Europe, and how do you do the same in America, in the US? All right, and then building a YouTube channel. So this is something that now 2 weeks and 2 days into, and I must say it's actually a really exciting, fun, and challenging experience, but I'm learning so much. I'm learning an SHI ton, and you can finish that spelling with a T. And I think there are many stories and many trainings about this, but I think I have a perspective that I could share, especially for those of us who are, excuse me, I feel like I'm losing my voice. For those of us who are highly, highly educated, and also like in these professions where we make a lot of money, it might be difficult to get to the stage where emotionally you're ready to do a venture like this, right? When the time is right, I'll talk maybe in the personal mastery playlist, once I launch that, about being in a position where you have ideas like this, and then you also have to face the fact that some of your peers might actually see what you do and celebrate you, whereas some of your peers might see what you do and judge you or think negatively of you. So you got to be prepared and willing to do what you believe, even if those whose opinion you value may not necessarily see it as a positive thing initially. One thing I'm definitely convinced about is doing my YouTube channel is something that is going to be helpful for people, and I launch it on that basis to say, why not put out these ideas, these experiences, and these tips and strategies based on things I have expertise in to help people. Okay, and then building wealth. So it's a journey trying to go from where I am to where my family will be in a position of building into generational wealth. So as I go through this journey and as I learn and as I have my successes and my setbacks, more successes and setbacks, I certainly hope, why not share that journey? And if there's a way to help others to do the same who want to do it, then there could be a click funnel there. And then last but not least, like idea 13 was tailored tips webinars. So one of the things that I have a superpower in is facilitation. And I have not put that superpower in the medium of the web and social media, but each of these topics allow for creating webinars to help folks. So there you have it, y'all. I know that was a long list of ideas, but this is what tends to happen when I go through these trainings and I'm trying to improve on things like my marketing. Then the ideas just keep pouring, and I want to get to the stage where I consistently act on and execute on these ideas. So the discipline to do that. So thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful and if you like it, then please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, and give me a like. Also, if you would like to see new videos when I release them, please click on the bell button. And if you think someone else will benefit from this video, please share it. Okay, thank you all. See you soon.